So today's episode, man, this was a real tragedy. It involved a mother's boyfriend who brutally murdered her daughter. Authorities have arrested a man in the death of a 13-year-old West Texas girl who was reported missing more than a decade ago, said Sergeant Fred Biddle, a spokesman for the Texas Department of Public Safety. He said that Atkins was arrested in the area of Big Spring, a city nearly 300 miles west of Dallas, Texas. Biddle said he could not immediately provide more details on the case. Atkins was booked into the Howard County Jail Monday, jail records show. From there, he was transferred to the Mitchell County Jail, where he was being held Wednesday on a $2 million bond. Haley was reported missing in December of 2010. She and her mother, Billy Dunn, lived in the small West Texas town of Colorado City at the time, and Atkins, who was dating Haley's mother, was named as a person of interest. Haley's body was discovered in April 2013 in a remote area near a lake about 30 miles northwest of Colorado City. Authorities have not released the cause of death. Atkins told the Associated Press shortly after Haley's disappearance that he was not involved and that he was praying for her safe return.
There, when Billy was getting interviewed by her, I was talking to the Texas Rangers, but I heard about it, and it's frustrating, what she said about me, but it really doesn't bother me because, my main focus is just Haley, because we just want her to come home safe.
Authorities have not said what led police to arrest Atkins, and Biddle referred questions to prosecutors in the 32nd Judicial District Attorney's Office. District Attorney Richard Thompson said in a statement that Atkins' arrest was a result of a multi-county and multi-agency effort. He declined to provide further information, saying the case is still under investigation. Atkins' arrest was met with a shock by some in Colorado City, a 4,500 resident town just 40 miles west of Big Spring, where he was taken into custody. The police chief, Charles Rice, said that he was shocked of him being arrested, which I don't understand why he was shocked. I guess because the case had went cold for so long. But this is just tragic, man. It's tragic for the family. Like I said, this girl probably trusted this guy. He probably picked her up from school. He probably said he was gonna take her home, and he took her to a remote location and did whatever he did to her, which authorities have not disclosed. Just another sad story, man, that, it always seems to be somebody close to the family. That's why you never can trust anybody, man. I don't trust anybody, And my condolences to the family, and I hope that this brings them some type of closure. It wouldn't bring me closure, and I know it's just something you would never be able to get over in your entire life. But women and females in general just need to be more diligent, of the type of guys they bring around, especially when they have teenage girls, and to also just be watching out for any signs of anything funny they may notice. The motives have not been disclosed yet in this case. It's just real sad. The people that kids look up to for protection, they look up to be, and they trust these people. And it's like in so many stories, it's always the people who are the closest, neighbors next door, the person down the street. And it makes it that much worse with it being the mom's boyfriend. Because now she has to live with that on her head for the rest of her life, knowing that she brought this guy into her life, which ultimately is what led to her daughter's demise. In the interviews, he's telling people he doesn't know what happened, but of course any killer is gonna say that. When the whole time, because he was a number one suspect, he was already, but they had no proof. And this guy's telling people, he didn't do it, but the entire time they're doing a search, it's the boyfriend. And they finally caught him 10 years later. It's just horrible to even think about what she may have went through, how he abducted her, because they haven't released any information on the cause of death, which I'm pretty sure it was something brutal. But thanks for tuning in to another episode, guys. If you're new to the channel, man, make sure you subscribe. Also turn on notifications, and I'll see y'all on the next episode.